Alright folks, Pete Williams here again for second session today, and what I want to go through now is jumping inside your AdWords account again and doing some management things. So I want to talk about putting in negative keywords. I want to talk about cost per click management, a bit more about split testing, and just other things to think about when you're managing your campaign moving forward beyond the 30-day challenge. So let's jump inside the account and we'll have a bit of a play around. So the first thing you'll probably notice here is that the campaign is actually paused. I've done this for two reasons. Firstly, I don't want the numbers to be diluted by all you guys going and searching for children's sleeping bags, having my ad appear and either clicking on them and costing me money, or not clicking on the ad and actually diluting my click-through rate. And secondly, you'll notice that I've actually had 201 clicks. So technically I've reached the buffer for the trial. I wouldn't advise you guys to actually pause your adverts once you get to 200 clicks, because the more data you have, the better decisions you can make. So if you have the budget, let your ads run until day 30 of the 30-day challenge, where we start going through how to sort of make decisions moving forward. So let's jump in here a bit further and actually do some management of this campaign as if it was actually live and active. Quickly, as a review perspective, we've had 4,800 or so impressions, 201 clicks, which has resulted in a fantastic click-through rate of 4.18%. I'm actually wrapped with that sort of click-through rate, and it's resulted in my cost per click being 59 cents a click. So how can I actually increase these numbers and reduce that cost per click? The first thing I want to do is actually go to our keywords tab here and enter what's referred to as negative keywords into the campaign. I'm actually going to, before I do that, I'm going to drill down a little bit further by clicking Add Groups and just selecting the children's sleeping bag ad group, and then look at those keywords. So I'm actually really targeted looking at just the keywords inside that ad group. Where we were previously was the campaign level, so it showed me all the keywords across the whole campaign. So what I want to do here is try and actually reduce the number of impressions my ads are actually getting. Now I know this sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but the reason why I try and reduce the impressions is to reduce the wastage. If we actually jump into Market Samurai really quickly, what we can actually do on our keyword research level is look around the other keywords that people are searching in that relate to children's sleeping bags that we don't want our ads to appear for. So things like, just for example, kids slumber bags there that my mouse happened to land on. You might also look at cheap, the word slumber. This is in my opinion right now. I don't want my ads to appear when someone types in a search phrase that has the word slumber or the word cheap in it. I want people who are looking for sleeping bags, not slumber bags, and I want people who are willing to spend money on high cost, high quality sleeping bags, so my affiliate commission is actually quite strong. Now this is where you can make your own educated decision of what negative keywords you want to put in, but what this will do is when we jump back into our campaign and click Add More Keywords, just like you're adding keywords into a campaign to the start, we can add in our negative keywords. And to make it negative, all you do is put a minus sign at the start of the word. So I put in the word slumber, and I put in the word cheap, and let's put in the word discount as well, just to give you an example. And now when I click the save button, what this has done is, if I scroll down a little bit, you'll see here at the ad group level, there's now 3 negative keywords. So when someone searches for cheap children's sleeping bags, or children's sleeping cheap bags, or whatever it might be, my ad will no longer appear. This should hopefully reduce the amount of impressions I'm getting. My clicks should hopefully stay the same, because hopefully I'm still targeted for the same amount of traffic from a relevance perspective, but I'm getting less impressions. Now this actually means I'm going to get a higher click-through rate. With the same amount of clicks but less impressions, my click-through rate should be higher, which will in turn dictate a lower cost per click. So this is a great way to get a lot more targeted in your traffic, a lot higher relevance, and obviously a lower cost per click. Now, when it comes to cost per click, what we can do now is that once I've got a bit of traffic and we have a bit of a feel for the marketplace we're dealing with and our competitors, we can actually adjust our cost per click. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to lower my cost per click for a few of my ads. This ad here is appearing at position 2.9 on average in the results page. Now, I'm happy to actually appear a little bit lower on the right hand side of the AdWords listings there. Yes, I'll get a little bit less traffic, but it'll also mean my cost per click will actually be lower. So I'm just going to now click my max cost per click and say reduce this to 50 cents in this particular instance. What I'm also going to do too is, because we've got some decent click-through rates in a few of my other ad groups, which I'm selecting on the left-hand side here, I'm actually going to lower my max cost per click for a lot of bits and pieces. I'm going to lower this one down to, say, 60 cents. I might lower this one to 60 cents as well. Now, there's a bit of a science around how you can do this, and the Market Samurai guys are putting together an awesome module that's going to be released in a few days' time, which they'll talk about how to really give cost per click management. So I don't want to go into it too much here, but that gives you a bit of an idea of what you can do around that. But make sure you watch the video from Anthony in a couple of days' time, because it's going to be amazing. Now, from an advert perspective, what I want to talk about is not necessarily split testing the copy, because we've already covered that. I want to talk about landing pages and ensuring you have the right landing page to get the highest quality you can. Now, currently when we set up our campaigns and our ad groups and our AdWords, what we've done is simply focused on sending all the traffic to our index page, which is a good way to start. But by now, what should have happened is you should be posting 2 or 3 times a week into your blog around different category level keyword terms. So what we can now do is, as we bid and as we set up ad groups around those category level campaigns and keywords, we can drive the traffic to those specific blog posts inside our WordPress direct blog. That way, the actual keyword is going to be a lot more targeted to the page the user is going to land on. Google's going to appreciate that and love you for that, because you're actually sending more relevant traffic to the right pages, not just an index page, it's to a specific page within your site. And the users are going to hopefully get a lot more experience and be more willing to click through to your affiliate offers, because what they've searched for is what they've seen straight in their face when they've landed on your blog. So to simply change a advert's landing page, all you need to simply do is hover over the advert and click the little pencil here. This opens up the edit. Now, what will happen is, with Google, once you actually change an advert, what it technically does is actually delete the current advert. So all the stats will be gone, and you'll actually have brand new statistics for this advert. It's not a bad thing, because what's happening is it's now a completely different ad, so you don't want your results to be affected. So yes, I understand this is what's going to happen. And all I need to do here is in the bottom row, which is the landing page URL, is just to go to the end, and I can now cut and paste the new URL I want to focus on. So what you have to do is go to your WordPress direct blog, go to the page you are targeting, you want this landing page to be, grab the actual address out of the address bar from Firefox and paste it in here, and simply click save. That way you'll have a new ad and the users will have a much better experience, and you'll be rewarded by giving them better relevance. And you'll be rewarded by a lower cost per click. And finally, what I want to talk about in today's video is another principle of AdWords management called peel and stick. Now, what peel and stick is, it's about actually refining your AdWords groups and your keywords and also your actual adverts to be, again, more targeted. What you want to do is peel out the AdWords and the keywords that aren't actually performing for you and stick them into a different group, so you're not actually affecting the other keywords in the previous group. Now, let me say that again with a bit of context. What happens is, beyond just on a keyword level, the quality score affects your actual cost per click, but the actual quality score and the click-through rate of an ad group in its entirety can actually affect the cost per click on a keyword level. So let's say you've got 3 adverts or 3 keywords. Let's jump into boys' sleeping bags, for example. And you've got 3 keywords. Now let's say the very first keyword here actually had 260 impressions and only 1 click. Now, this is obviously not the case in this scenario, but let's just play along and imagine. What that would mean is it's going to have a very, very low click-through rate. Now, because such a low click-through rate on this particular keyword, it's actually going to affect the other keywords in the group that might have a strong strong click-through rate. So what we want to do is actually delete the keyword out of this group. So you can simply just tick the box here, or actually the easiest way to do it is hit the down button and just pause this keyword. And then what you can actually do is grab that keyword and move it into a different ad group. So that way you're not diluting or affecting other keywords. So this is part of the management and ongoing process. So what I wanted to do is just cover a few things of how to sort of consider managing your AdWords campaigns moving forward. As you go and as you grow with AdWords, I'm sure you'll learn a lot more things, and there's a lot more resources available to you after the 30-day challenge. But But this is just a quick overview of how to sort of manage your account and how to get the most out of it. So don't forget, spend some time and make sure you put in some negative keywords. Look at your landing pages to make sure they're optimized and are focused on a perfect keyword phrase, advert, landing page match. Broad match, it's not broad match, what I'm talking about. Bid management, which is going to be covered again in a couple of days' time. And then as your ad group and your ad count grows, just watch and make sure that you have strong performing click-through rates in the same group. If you've got big disparities where one AdWord keyword has a click-through rate of 17% and another one in that group has a click-through rate of 1%, make sure you peel them and stick them in 2 different groups so you are continually targeted as much as you can be. I hope this has been another sort of good overview for you guys, giving you some more to think about and some more things to do with your AdWords campaigns. Again, any questions, jump onto the forum, leave them all there. There's a great discussion with a great community. And don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, rate the videos. And I'll see you again tomorrow for some more cool pay-per-click options. We're going to go a bit beyond AdWords search results and think about other ways we can drive traffic to our site moving forward.